Did you bake a batch recently? Tachin is a mixture of rice and meat that's baked into a cake-like shape. Mr. Jute had special
Hello.
crowding all around Mr. Jute's place. You know he's baking up a storm.
Dutch style. I love my horsey and my horsey love me.
Whoa, what a dish! It's sweet and sour and full of deliciousness!
No matter how many times I eat it.
I wouldn't have offered it as a treat if I wasn't I baked a lot just now. And it's all packaged and ready for you.
You made so much. Is it really okay?
It was nothing. Making one serve. Don't worry about it. Make sure you got everything. Feel free to come back anytime.
I'm starting to understand how you got so many...
Nilou, good timing. If you took any longer...
Jude said that's...
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Don't care.
If it weren't...
Trying to pull anything out of a sumpter beast?
So they really do eat anything, huh? What the...
Come now. The textiles you ordered are hot, so even if a sumpter beast...
You tested this before?
But of course! I wouldn't dare experience...
True, it does sound like some good fabric.
Ho ho!
Ooh, that's a pretty good discount. What do you...
No thanks, Mr. Offsheen.
Tactic?
I wouldn't go that far. It's just that Mr. Zubair gave me a huge lecture the last time I bought too many things.
Come on, don't look at me like that. All she got was a talking to from Zubair, while I was nearly fed head first to the sumpter beasts. My philosophy is that stories give value to merchandise. That's why my business started with such a boom. Our Nilou here is an extraordinarily good listener. Back then, she believed anything I said. After a while, I began to feel guilty selling things to her because of how happy she looked. Though she enjoyed the stories and I the Mora, I knew she didn't need to buy that much. Anyway, since then, I've come to realize two things. One, that stories should just be a means instead of an end. And two, that there's more to business than just selling goods.
It's okay. We're all friends now. There's no need to dig up the past.
That reminds me. Some of the goods from my latest shipment aren't in the best condition. They're fine for general use, but my customers have high standards, and I don't have the time or resources to find new buyers right now. Nilou, why don't you take them?
Huh? No, I can't do that.
Just think of it as a favor for me, alright? The theater can use them for props and whatnot. It costs me Mora to store or ship, so I'm just losing money every day continuing to hold on to them.
Even so, let me buy them at market value.
Nah, these goods are hard movers. Besides, if I let you pay, just take them. If you really feel that bad... Oh, yeah, you should...
Wow, even we...
Hurry and take it. Just looking at it all is giving me a headache. Thanks for the huge favor.
There's still one more store. Are you alright holding on to that much stuff? Paimon, why don't you lend a hand?
About time, Nilou. Farhad here was snooping around your props.
Please, I was only looking at them to get a better idea of what your new show may be about.
Wouldn't spoiling yourself just ruin all the fun?
Yeah, please wait for our official performance.
These two look familiar. I think I've seen them before. Ah, weren't they at the Sub-Zerus festival?
Yeah, and they're coming to today's celebration too.
Oh, the more folks the merrier. I was actually just talking to Farhad about also stopping by tonight.
Oh, yes, please do. I'm sure Miss Raykar and Miss Nadja would also love to have a chat with the two of you.
We even prepared a small gift. Let me show it to you. Ta-da! It's a flower wreath. I really think we should wear some of these to give the event a more celebratory feel.
Wow, it's beautiful. Did you make it?
Farhad did most of the work. What a surprise, huh? He actually knows a lot about crafts.
That is pretty surprising.
Hey, why can't I have a little side hobby? I worked really hard on that.
I know. I watched you make... Oh, right. Why don't you also...
It fits perfectly.
They're so pretty! Is there one that Paimon can wear?
Unfortunately, we already gave out all the child-sized ones.
Fascinating. Huh. That sounds kind of weird, but Paimon will let it slide.
Oh, you all sure got a lot of stuff there. Let me help you carry some. I'm a porter by trade.
That'd be great! Please and thank you. But we have
Thanks for the help. Otherwise, I may not be able to hold back Mr.
You're so obvious that even Nilu saw right through you.
Shut it. Fine. It's not like I want to get on his bad side either. Including Hushang's things, though. We'll each need to carry a box if we want to move
Paimon looks like she doesn't want to, so I'll carry a little extra. Strength and balance are both really important.
No, let Paimon. The traveler's right. Paimon can't fly anymore.
Eat shit, Paimon.
Oh, that sure was a lot of...
Thank you, Mr. Farhad.
Thank you, Sumpter Man.
All right, I'll leave you all to it.
See ya. Good thing we had Mr. Farhad with us. Of course. We're all like neighbors.
With this many freebies being...
Later on, when you order the wrong item, or make too much of... That's why there's no need to stress over the freebies. All of us repay others by helping them when...
Oh, that actually...
This has become our norm. So really, alright. Feel free to hang out here for a bit. Nope. You two are our guests. So please, just relax and look forward to the...
Wow, the atmosphere here is so nice. Hello.
What? Who are you? You can't just go on this... I'm just,
Is that
No. It's just... sorry.
What an oddball. Oh, well, it's... Hey there!
Doesn't look...
Hey!
You, on the other hand, how would you describe the mere curiosity is all? So that unremarkable. Is art a product? I, for one.
Paimon doesn't follow.
I've been staying here for... I prefer to... the existence of the theater, of Nilu, and of humanity itself. All of these can be considered as forms of art. It is not some intangible construct beyond the horizon.
How does that have anything to do with us?
Let me ask you this. What do you think is the meaning of art? To chance upon a spark of art is already all around us.
Hey there. I saw you two helping Nilu move. Are you two also here?
You got it!
My name is Raykar.
The little ones causing a ruckus are my children. They always get really excited. Yes, they are. There's good work. I'm quite content with this current way of life.
Do you mean your life wasn't nearly as good before?
It's all right. It's all my husband and I. Material struggles, but I still...
Sorry for bringing up...
Oh, it's all right. Once the event starts, you...
Look! Milu's back! Let's meet up with her!
Was she gonna fucking dance and shit?
Sorry for the wait. Preparations for the celebration.
I swear to God, if this shit fucking loops again.
Maybe we really should have prepared a gift.
I swear to God, if I have to fucking do this shit again.
As it is, all we can do is wait and watch.
Maybe we shouldn't do this after. I didn't do that great of a job.
Oh, don't think like... And besides,
I'm still...
there's nothing to be... There aren't any...
Right.
Huh. Alright. Maybe this one. Everyone, over here!
Wait! I've already said that I'm...
Take it easy and relax. If you don't say anything, then all the hard work...
Using it as a gift, though?
So when Inaya was talking about making a prop, she... Yeah, it feels like she still doesn't really... But it looks like Nilu's...
Actually, Inaya had prepared a special present for everyone before...
We're gonna get our first present for...
Pipe down! The louder you all are... You've worked on it for so long.
You've got this.
Is Mr. Zubair here? Sheikh Zubair, this is an urgent notice from the Academia. This celebration, or...
What a condescending...
Since Zubair Theater has long violated the Academia's policies and orders, we have decided to demolish it. As its manager, you must...
Why?
Little girl, this is not the first...
I didn't hear anything about them. We have more shows planned, but...
That issue is of no concern. You seem to understand...
Demolition?
The Academia has never liked us. And they've never respected... This isn't the first time they've come by. But our audience, if our shows are too difficult to understand, changing our content would not only mean yeah. But I also don't know how we can stop them.
I do not wish to explain everything.
But none of us plan to accept this. Such an abrupt...
Ask whoever you will. The answer will remain the...
Enough! Does your audacity know no limits, Father?
Huh? Father?
What's Academia?
Arlecchino! Guys, it's Arlecchino! Oh my God.
You've always been awful. But even I never thought my...
This is strictly business, or what you think. I hope you all have not been irrevocably blind. Wrap everything up, and make preparations to shut down at once.
Why is he off?
This is quite the misfortune, but there's nothing we can do. That's it for today, everyone. Let's clean up. I'll go talk to them again.
Sorry.
There's no need to apologize, Nilu. No one could have seen this coming. But is what that guy said true? The Academia has already given you many warnings?
Yeah, I guess you could. Knowledge is king in Sumeria, and their pursuit of it leaves no... But if that's all it is... After Inaya ran away from home, I brought her here. She really talks about her family. I never expected it to
If you did nothing wrong, then there's no reason...
Nahida?
She'd probably help.
No. I wasn't... Plus, if the Dendro Arc...
That's true. Who cares? Let's just take him in a...
I'll try to think of something. What to do?
Can you pretend to or we could go through
a debate?
Oh! If we can prove to Inaya's father that the Academia's position doesn't hold water...
I see. It's a good idea. Huh? No. I'm the literal worst at art. I can't debate.
Nilou, you are only so stressed out right now
This theater holds us, but I just don't know.
Paimon will help too.
Thanks, you two. Alright. Even though I may fail, I'll do my very best for every...
That's our Nilou! We're rooting!
Okay. Let's head back and tell everyone what we came up with.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Trying to best the Academia. If you really want to try, I won't stop.
I don't think it's entirely hopeless. To Sharif, Nilou's things might turn out differently.
I am in favor of such a romantic feat.
Sure, in fiction, but I'm not saying that anything is better than just standing aside and watching the theater get demolished.
I'm also pitching in.
Thank you, everyone.
Not to rain on your parade. He's erudite. You all already... When all said and done...
That's enough!
Sorry, I ruined the mood. I just can't force myself to expect...
Yeah, it's...
You're right, Inaya. We're up against the Academia, but I still want to try. I'm reluctant to just let Zubair Theater go. And it's not just me. I think everyone... Say what's on your mind. I mean, after all, the only thing we can control right now is our choice at this very moment.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Then, you can still get in touch with your family, right?
Yes, I can.
Then, please, but since we've decided, I by myself...
Right.
That's right, Mrs. Beat the back up! Making me do...
You two. We aren't getting into a fight, but thank you for...
Well said back there, Nilou.
I felt that I might have said a bit...
Inaya was right. It wasn't after all. I'd be a terrible She knows better than...
No one is allowed to... Watch out, Mr...
Anyway, we better start preparing now. First, let's see what everyone thinks.
When the day comes, I'll get my... If anything goes wrong, I can't do that.
Paimon doesn't really...
So, you've already developed some prejudices against...
Oh!
Although, I know not... What do you...
They probably do. I don't know how to... Does that count?
You answered him so...
No. Nilou's and the meaning of art, in other words. This is something that I once pursued the mastery of art. However, the more I knew that I remained even perplexed about this conundrum until I visited this theater.
It was that life-changing?
Everyone here, in all honesty...
Hey,
But what bewildered me was how despite the performance's I realized then that I left the soap. Art will no longer be a castle in the sky if art cannot accomplish that.
When you put it that way, Mr. Zubair and I refused to follow the Academia's orders to change our shows for a similar reason. To put it simply, we were afraid that our shows would lose their meaning if...
I once stood in the spotlight. I care not for where my feet may take me next. But Nilou, you cannot give it up.
I understand.
Dust the cobweb.
He really seemed to care a lot about the theater.
Once you get to know him, you'll realize that he's actually a big softie at heart. He'll even help out with furniture repair and painting the stage.
What?
Mr. Zubair,
It won't be difficult. I have meticulously managed this theater's affairs for years, and I have abided by every procedure and obtained every permit.
Let me speak to the people, Piccolo. Let me speak.
I didn't expect them to disregard the rules altogether. Yes, I know. But anyone who's staying at the theater is one of us. If I can't even protect the members of the theater from outside pressure, then I have failed in my duty as a manager. In summary, you need sufficient confidence and strict adherence
Let me speak to the people, Piccolo. Let me speak. No one's stopping you. You need to hear this. You need to hear this. One take. I'm not a big fan of the government. 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 Not a big fan. Not a big fan of the government. I'm 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 not a big fan of the government. Not a big fan of the government. Not a big fan of the government. Not a big fan of the government.
Right now,
fuck the government
no one's
in
in the right frame
Minecraft.
of mind to perform. I have to consider both our staff and our customers. This is the only way. Nilou, you are incredible. With your talent and youth, you had the least to lose out of all of us. And yet you were still the first to take a stand.
I've never thought about leaving your theater, Mr. Zubair. I truly love this place, and I want to keep dancing here. I also want to keep dancing with everyone else.
You're becoming more and more like her. Do your best. We'll do all that we can, and leave the rest to fate.
Her? My teacher. She was an excellent dancer, but she's retired now.
Like, Inaya was right. It wasn't out of... After all, I'd be a terrible... She knows better than...
If we have time later, I'd be happy to tell you more about her.
I didn't expect you all to challenge the academia. That reminded me of my younger years. Back then, I feared nothing and no one, and I was always charging into the most dangerous of places. I can't do things like that anymore, but those were some of the best times of my life.
Sorry. If the theater really ends up getting demolished, then you, Soren, and Abi will all...
It's all right. There's no need to think such heavy thoughts. Even if the building gets demolished, its people will still all be here. Have faith in the resilience of an adventurer. We can always figure something out.
But won't you have regrets if things just come to an abrupt end? It'd be like when you were forced to stop adventuring.
Ah, so that's what you were worrying about. Relax. I've had a lot of experience with regret. Things are painful. Look at us. He was thrilled. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for our past struggles.
Are you trying to make us...
Truly do mean what I say. Being here at the theater has taught me an important lesson. The most important thing about an experience I can choose to believe. Similarly, even if this good and bad,
you have a...
Nilou, but you don't have to be so...
Thank you, Miss...
No need to thank me.
You're... All right.
You're here. Is the theater actually closing?
He's been worried sick for a while now. He wouldn't stop talking the whole way back.
Hey, you two.
What exactly happened? Did someone come down from the academia?
Yes. He told us that we have to shut down the theater within 30 days, and that it's going to be demolished.
What the heck? That came with no warning.
They're messing with us again.
Don't tell me you'll have to listen to him.
Come on. You know the answer to that.
Yeah, it is a direct order from the Academia.
There's no need to worry, though. I'm preparing for a public debate with the Academia. If I win, we might be able to overturn things and change their minds.
Really?
Mine too.
Yeah.
Good thing they have the power to make rash.
Yeah, they need to touch more grass, not... Exactly.
Don't worry. Everyone here...
Right. They might think that some forms of knowledge are more valuable. If they don't believe that...
Maybe you can prepare some questions.
Ignore him. No matter what, we...
Thank you all so much.
There are always more...
Got...
I feel like the pieces are starting to fall into place. Let's head back to the... Abby? Have you seen Miss Inaya?
No, Miss Nilo. Miss Inaya isn't back yet. Wasn't she just passing on a message? Does she really need this much time?
Oh no. Traveler, Paimon, I think I've messed up big time. What if Inaya never planned to come back?
What?
It's just a gut feeling, but knowing her, she probably thinks that all of this happened because...
Oh, right. As soon as her father showed up, she said that...
She has a long-standing... She doesn't think that we can win the debate.
And then she just quit.
Exactly. Anyway, first things...
But where should we start?
I think I might know. Before I brought her to Zubair Theater, she was staying at a remote campsite. She got a fever from drinking unclean water, so I carried her back. If she has nowhere else to go after leaving the theater, she might go back and strike out on her own again.
Then let's go take a look.
Yes. There are signs that someone had stayed here very recently.
But we can't confirm if it was... Let's take a look around. Did you hear that?
I heard it too. Let's investigate.
It sounds like we're getting closer. The voice is coming from over there.
Yes, we're almost there. Stay back!
It's Inaya! She's being attacked by wild animals!
Inaya, don't be scared! We're coming to help! Ha! That hurt a little. Yeah. Here. Let's play.
There weren't so many big Sorry.
Why did you leave by You really don't think?
No. Everything happened because of me.
Yeah! Everyone's working together towards a happier ending! No one should be singled out for blame!
It's alright if it's me. As long as the theater won't get... You guys are the kindest people I've ever met.
Listen to me, Inaya. Even if you were the reason that all of this happened, no one would blame you. Mr. Zubair said that you're one of us, so that means we will protect you. No matter what happens, we'll stand as one.
Nilou, there will always be a victim, whether it's me or the theater. You can't win a debate against the academia. Especially, my father is an extremely... He's always wanted me. I tried my best, but he still was... I'm no genius. Yeah, like I'd know.
So that's why you ran...
At first, I thought the father would slowly come to terms with reality. But he just wouldn't stop berating me. For one exam, I earned the 3rd highest score. I thought that all my hard work had finally paid off, and that I could finally make Father feel some modicum of joy. I even used the embroidery skills I learned at school to make a commemorative gift for him. I thought, even this daughter can make her father happy sometimes. Right?
I see. When we were embroidering your gift before, I didn't feel like you were new at it.
Yeah. Sorry for not bringing it up. These are not pleasant memories for me. I was tired of him yelling at me every day. All I wanted was to see him smile at me. But he was more angry than ever before once I'd given him my embroidery and told him my score. He flung my present to the side. You think you should be proud of 3rd place? Reflect on why you weren't 1st. I forgot how long I'd cried for. I only remember my parents arguing. My mother also thought he went overboard. They argued for such a long time. My father eventually stormed out and slammed the door behind him. I didn't get a single sentence of apology or any words of comfort. I've completely given up. We're destined to never understand each other.
How horrible!
I don't think you can beat him in a debate. Because he doesn't even understand what kind of place a theater is. He can never understand the relationship performers have with their audience. His life is devoid of camaraderie or friendship. He just wants everything to happen according to his wishes, as if the world revolves around him. What we cherish, our little place in this world, means nothing to him.
It sounds like your past has had a huge impact on you.
I understand now, Inaya. But when we were preparing for the debate, I heard something quite wise. Maybe it'll help you. Everyone is free to appreciate art. Mr. Zubair. No, there should be...
Art must first be...
No, there should be...
The most important...
Miss Raykar has come. Although she ran into misfortune, it led her down a new path in life. She sees that as a blessing. She told me that the most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Interpret it?
I can sympathize with your unhappiness at home, but after you ran away, you ended up at the theater and became one of us. Those unhappy experiences allowed you to really cherish your bonds with everyone, and also gave you the opportunity to become friends with us. Don't let your past suffering keep you from the new life that you've worked so hard to find.
Oh.
Let the past stay in the past.
When I ran away from home, I swore that I would leave my family conflicts behind. But you're right. All I'm doing now is falling right back into it.
Maybe you'll disappoint him, but that doesn't matter. You have a new future waiting for you. Don't let go of the answer you've worked so hard to find.
That's right. If we put our heads together, there's bound to be a way.
You're right. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm not trying to meet his expectations, so why should I give up because of him? I can't afford to lose anything more. We have to win. The debate will not only protect Zubair Theater, but also allow me to settle things with Father.
That's the spirit!
Let's go. I'll tell my father about the debate. I know him very well, even if he looks down on us. I know how to make him accept.
All right, let's go.
Well,
okay. Looking forward to your good news. That should be everything. The only thing left to do now is to wait until the debate. I'm not sure why, but I'm getting nervous again.
You were great, Nilou! Your words won over Inaya! Talk like that during the debate, and you'll get an easy win!
Thanks for that, Paimon. But I still feel like it'll be an uphill battle. I need to be calmer, cooler, and more collected. Yeah. I'm acting as everyone's representative, so I'll need to act brave, even if I won't feel like it. Huh? What's left?
Huh? What a strange question. Isn't a theater just a theater? Why would it need to be anything else?
Wait. You're not asking what the theater does, but what it is. Let me think. How can I put this?
The most important thing about an
Art must
Not quite right. Ah! Got it! When we were trying to find a way to save the theater, we heard many stories not of the theater, but of the people whose lives have been touched by it. Zubair Theater is our reason for coming together. It connects us all in unique ways. In other words, it's like a bond.
A bond?
The theater provides money for Miss Raykar and her children, inspiration for Mr. Kasani, and enjoyment for the people of the Great Bazaar. It also gives Inaya shelter from her family. It has brought us together after taking care of every single one of us. And its story won't end here. In the future, many more people will come to the theater and receive its blessing. And we'll all be there for them. Our warm, welcoming community will show them the same kindness we were shown in the past. Aside from the delivery of performances, isn't this another reason for Zubair Theater's continued existence?
Yeah, that makes sense. We definitely felt that warmth during the preparations for the event. But Paimon doesn't see how this will help in the debate. Oh, gotcha! No matter how strong an opponent is, they'll have to go on the defensive if pressed on a weak point.
I feel like that's another prong in our attack. Thank you so much.
Paimon also feels a lot more relieved. Let's show him what we got!
Sorry for the wait. I'm back. Things went a lot more smoothly than I expected. It didn't take long for him to accept the debate. It is set for 2 days from now. Why are you all smiling so much? Did something good happen?
We realized that your dad might not be as scary as we had thought.
We just finished our prep. Rest easy. It will all turn out well. We have to win. No, we will win, Inaya.
Fingers crossed.
In the blink of an eye, it's already debate time! We did a lot of preparations with Nilou. Hopefully they were helpful.
Hello and welcome, everyone. I am Safwan, a scholar from the academia, and I will serve as this debate's adjudicator. I swear to judge both parties with the utmost wisdom and impartiality. I will neither interfere with the proceedings. I ask for both parties to stand. May the Dendro Archon also serve as a witness to this duel of wits.
Since you you may have misunderstood. However, therefore the works they consume should also possess enlightening qualities and intellectual value. We have failed to identify these qualities in the shows performed at Zubair Theater. In other words, instead of struggling against the academia in pointless confrontations, if you had spent your time reflecting on improving the quality of your shows and enlightening your audience, Zubair Theater would not be today facing such a tragic fate.
Aggressive from the get-go. He's really putting on the pressure. Can Nilou stand her ground?
Calm down, Nilou. First, carefully analyze what he said. He said that we were shut down not because the academia looks down on the arts, but rather because our shows aren't up to their standards. However, the most important... Don't think that...
Art must first be... Art must first...
Don't think that... In your eyes, our shows can't meet the academia's expectations. Shouldn't it be the audience who decides if a show is intellectual or enlightening? Why is someone from the academia judging that? Also, I believe that there is no such thing as a wiser or more enlightening performance. Art doesn't discriminate, and it appeals to all. Everyone has the right to appreciate art.
Appreciation is but a primitive form of satisfaction. Guidance and enlightenment are necessary if we are to induce growth in the performers as well as the audience. This stance holds performers to a higher standard and encourages the development of the arts. If all performances are simple-minded, require little effort to comprehend, and lack any impetus for the betterment of society, then the people will not be able to develop a greater level of artistic understanding. Nurturing the populace's understanding requires a long and arduous process, and guiding this process is the academia's true goal.
He changed the topic without batting an eye. Good thing I'm prepared. If I remember correctly, what I should say here is... the most important... Someone at our theater has tried that before. He was a famed artist, but he recognized that very few people could connect with his works. I agree that art should be enlightening, but we can't pursue that goal by creating complicated works. If a work can't tap into an audience's personal experiences or feelings, then its contents may as well be a castle in the sky. What's the point of performing a show that its audience can't even follow? That would only be forcing people to watch something they don't like.
You can only reach that conclusion from a place of ignorance.
In that case, before passing judgment, you should first become a better dancer than me.
You tell them, Nilou.
Looks like he's backed himself into a corner.
As the party holding the burden of proof, Sharif has failed to provide sufficient support for his judgment of the quality of Zubair Theater's programs. Likewise, the definition that Nilou put forth is but her personal opinion. Neither party is the victor for this particular point of contention. Additionally, I must request that both parties exercise greater control on their emotions.
Keep it up, Nilou! You're doing great!
In that case, I shall speak of more concrete matters. The essence of this issue is that you have violated the law, so you must now pay the price for your transgression. This course of action is also completely procedurally sound. We have already contacted Zubair Theater multiple times regarding the theater's repertoire. However, you have consciously ignored our warnings, or perhaps your compliance was purely superficial. Regardless, that failure has indirectly led to the
That is indeed so.
He started talking about procedural stuff, so I need to focus on... I need to rethink things. Mr. Zubair has already provided signed copies of all documentation related to our operations. Although the theater's performances don't align with the Academia's requests, the law doesn't say that Zubair Theater can be demolished only because of that reason. Demolition notices need to be provided in writing and made available to the public. Otherwise, the theater can continue to operate as long as its license is valid. Failing to follow these rules makes your stance procedurally unsound.
Yeah! Yeah!
That's right!
There are different ways to apply the rules. There is precedent for this. So long as this matter is discussed within the Academia, this course of action will come to pass.
Looking at the past 27 cases of similar nature, 90% of them support Sharif's claim and position. However, the demolition process in those cases was only started after discussion at the Academia. In other words, premature notice of demolition is indeed a rash act.
That's more than enough. We've proven that the order is unreasonable as it currently stands.
Cease your futile resistance.
Nilou's definitely won this point, right? You're right. Stay focused, Nilou.
Even if permission for demolition has yet to be obtained, it is a fact that your performances violated the Academia's policies on numerous occasions. Based on that fact, we can permanently revoke your right to perform in Sumeru.
Under the current system, it is indeed possible to immediately revoke Zubair Theater's performing rights.
That's a thing?
Rather than protecting Zubair Theater, I surmise that your true intention... Without them, Zubair Theater is nothing more than an empty building. And without its performances, the theater has nothing else of value.
What you said isn't true at all.
Keep it cool,
Nilou. Right. I need to keep calm, but he... Just a little more. Zubair Theater isn't just a performance venue to us. No. 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 Everyone is free to appreciate art. No. Zubair Theater should be... Zubair Theater isn't simply a performance venue to us. It means more than that. It's been our home for a long time. Miss Raykar can't go on adventures anymore, but she has found a stable career and a new life at the theater. Her son, Sorin, has already passed his theater exam, and he'll soon be our newest member. Mr. Kasani found a new way to look at art. He decided to stay at the theater to watch us grow. Mr. Farhad and Mr. Hushang visit even when there isn't a show going on, and they always tell us lots of entertaining stories. Even Inaya wants to stay with us, and she's starting to look forward to a new future. Zubair Theater exists for them, for every single one of us.
Perhaps Zubair Theater has provided you with a multitude of positive emotions and experiences. However, you have misconstrued something, young miss. The interpersonal relationships you speak of were established upon normal theater operations. Sheikh Zubair operates the theater for his livelihood. His employees work for their wages, and the audience comes to enjoy performances. Relationships are merely a byproduct in this exchange of interests. They may be pleasant and captivating, but they can only ever be secondary. When scholars collaborate to solve difficult problems, we freely share our knowledge and resources with one another as if we were all kin. However, this collaboration ends after the results of our work are published. The reason is simple. We are scholars, and there are new projects that await our attention.
He really doesn't think much of relationships. Paimon also thinks he did a lot of prep. He's been solid as a rock.
Sharif's argument is currently the more persuasive of the two for this point of contention. The continuance of the interpersonal relationships Nilou spoke of remains hypothetical before the theater's demolition, whereas the situation that Sharif described has been well documented at the Academia. The Academia has made significant academic contributions, in no small part due to its researchers' efficiency and ability to compartmentalize.
Oh no! What should we do? Things are going in the opposite direction! A setup?
Good. He said what he said. The next argument could decide this debate. But is this really the best thing to do? It might be too cruel to Inaya. She already agreed to this. She wants to win, no matter what. Me too. Mr. Sharif believes that interpersonal relationships are a byproduct of working towards a goal. Once that goal is achieved or abandoned, those relationships would have no more reason to continue. Then, if someone has failed to live up to his expectations...
If someone has failed to live up to your expectations and ran away from home, then she shouldn't be your daughter anymore. Right?
Inaya...
Sorry, Nilou. As expected, I should be the one to say it. You don't need to shoulder this responsibility for me. If in your eyes, the purpose of my existence is to become your academic successor, then that goal has ended in complete failure. By your logic, that means there is no more reason to sustain our relationship as father and daughter.
Members of the audience who do not belong to either debate party, please speak with caution.
Let her speak. What she does not say, Nilou will.
No matter how many disagreements we've had, the truth is that you are still my father. You're so immersed in your own world that you can't understand why we come together for the sake of relationships.
Yeah, don't look down on us.
You can watch a dance anywhere, but there's only one Zubair theater.
I'm almost starting to feel sorry for this guy, what with the idiotic things he said.
Order! Order! Members of the audience, do not interrupt debate proceedings.
I confess that this is the final argument we had prepared. Disown me, and you will win the debate. But before that, Father, I have some final words to say. I've been doing some soul-searching. Not about whether I should have run away from home, but whether there was any point to my personal rebellion against you. I kept trying to earn your approval, but I only disappointed you over and over. The truth is, I ran away from home as a means to vent my recurring frustrations. That is to say, I was exerting pressure on you, and hoping you'd give up on your lofty expectations. But by doing that, wasn't I just doing the same thing as you? I won't force my expectations upon you anymore. At Zubair Theater, I have found the life I've always wanted. I will move on from my family troubles and strive towards my new goal. But if you dare to harm this place, then I will stand with my friends here and fight against you.
This is not the time to space out, Sharif. The debate is still underway.
You already consider them to be your friends.
You should be asking us that question.
Of course we are!
Miss Inaya is a really good friend.
It was a bit of a process, but we won her over.
Make no mistake. All those who come to Zubair Theater become one of us. We will always be with her.
Such puerile simplicity. However, it is surprisingly a relief.
Wait, what are you... never mind.
They left?
Does that mean we've won?
We won?
Nilou, you're amazing!
I relaxed for a moment and I feel a little faint. It looks like he still has a place for her in his heart.
Terrific work, Nilou and Anaya. They likely won't cause any more trouble for us.
Didn't know you could get so fierce. I have a lot of newfound respect for you two.
This really took a lot out of me, though. I don't ever want to do this again.
Both Miss Nilou and Miss Inaya were so cool!
Should we throw a second round of celebrations?
Oh, it's you. Yes, I feel a lot better. The more I think back on everything, the more surreal it all feels. I don't think I could repeat what I did a second time. Yes, and it's all thanks to you. I see. You mean how fate brought me to the theater, right? Then I'll have to tell you about my teacher who Mr. Zubair had mentioned. Mr. Zubair opened his theater when I was still a child. There was a beautiful dancer, and from the moment I saw her, I thought to myself, but later on, she would actually smile down at me and say, just the opposite, in fact. Yeah. She said, dance is an art born from toil. It isn't a gift from the gods, but a creation by our own hands. It is a beautiful thing born from our life experiences. Whenever there is joy or something to be celebrated, people will dance. In other words, any place where people can effortlessly begin a dance will for sure be filled with the blessings of everyone's happiness. She wasn't looking for flowers and applause. All she wanted was to see her audience smile. Right. The same as what Mr. Kasani believes. I was completely moved by what she had said, so I started taking dance lessons from her. And later on, I began to dance here in her stead. Before she retired, she told me, "For as long as you live, never forget what dance means to others." This is why Mr. Zubair and I never intended to listen to the academia. Even though it ended up causing everyone a whole lot of trouble, thankfully, everything worked out in the end. Although, I do have a small regret. Yeah, even though she has already decided to stop fighting with her father, they never managed to have a real conversation with each other. Before he left, Mr. Sharif looked like he had a lot on his mind. He probably has a lot of things he wants to say, but will now perhaps never get a chance to. Yeah, you and Paimon are more than...
Are you still worried about Inaya? Let's be sure...
Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to our newest member, Hinaya.
Hello, everyone.
She'll be dancing for us from now on, so please give her your support.
Hinaya's taken her place on the stage! Oh, Paimon wonders how she'll look when she starts dancing. When you stop and think about it, happy endings like this sure aren't easy to come by. Nilou's efforts, everyone's wisdom, Inaya's determination. What do you mean by that? You do have a point there. The whole demolition thing was going overboard, but he really could have banned Nilou and the others from dancing. If he really wanted to be ruthless, he could have done some real damage, even without... Oh well, it's not like we can understand how people like him think. Huh? Wait, look who the cat dragged! Isn't that Inaya's father?
Oh, it's you two. I don't have much to do today, so...
Are you looking for...
No, I am simply here to watch a performance. Well, I was. My loss at the debate caused quite the loss of face for the academia, so there was... I used this opportunity to suggest that my superiors temporarily suspend me from duty. Otherwise, the rumors would probably persist for even longer.
Suspended from duty?
Yes, I am temporarily unemployed. However, I now have an abundance of time, so I can afford to come here and watch a show. I admit that I do not understand the magic that this theater possesses, but my curiosity... I still cannot forget that young lady's perseverance. There are no parents who do not worry about their children. Never mind.
You're already here?
No, that is not necessary. Do not tell her that I was here.
Come on. Who knows if you'll get a chance like this again? But...
Huh?
Huh?
You said you were going to make peace with your past. Show your father how much you've grown. Don't be nervous. Everyone at Zubair Theater has your back. Hey, let's go somewhere else. We should give them some space.
You sure they'll be okay?
I don't know, but I think we should have faith in them.
Yes, Inaya. I have something for you. I'm still learning. It's hardly a masterpiece, but it's yours, if you'll take it.
Huh?
You don't have to take it. It's fine. Never mind.
Let's have a heart-to-heart, Father.
Like father, like daughter. They're both so awkward with their...
Yeah. She probably would have...
Do you think they'll be able to
I'm not sure. All those years, but no matter where they're... All I wish for them is to be able... Oh, by the way, so we made you...
Is it? Whoa! This is...
Mr. Zubair and Mr. Kasani took charge of the design. Well, Inak, Miss Reykar, Miss Na... As adventurers, that's why we hope that your time at Zubair Theater will become a fond memory of your journey.
We'll come back and watch you dance whenever we get...
You're welcome. Come on, take it.
As a matter of fact, there's one that looks perfect for you two. Uncle Dai is one of the foremen.
What is it we have to do?
I believe you'll be looking for workers.
Ooh, looking for people?
I have no reason to. I'm sure the details can be worked.
I am indeed. Ah, now.
Huh? How could you tell?
By the clothes on your back and the look on your face.
Right again! You're pretty perceptive.
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Di can see what you're made of from a long way off. Alright, my assistant should be arriving soon, so let's just wait here a moment.
Woo woo! That's my...
Well, to tell you the truth, this is...
So, do you think we're not up to the job?
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. Last time I checked, adventurers weren't... Besides, this guy's the best in his field. No matter the rock, I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul on Teyvat that knows rocks better than him. I'd be a fool to not enlist an expert of his caliber.
You're a fool if you think...
Oh? And why am I that?
Because Teyvat's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours. Ha ha! Didn't expect that, did you? Wait here, we'll go fetch him. Hana bets Zhongli is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis.
Zhongli, there you are!
Oh. Here for a few tales? I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you!
Ah, something I'm rarely...
We need someone who understands... The requester claims to have enlisted Teyvat's #1 rock expert, but Paimon doesn't believe a word of...
You appear to have taken his claim quite personally on my behalf.
Oh, no. It's just... Paimon just wants to...
I see. Well, then it will be my pleasure to accompany you.
Really?
But I should inform you that we are at all times adrift.
Well, we got...
I just like to make people smile.
Uncle Di, we're back!
Oh, and this must be the friend you spoke of?
Yep. Paimon doesn't know who your rock expert is, but he's got nothing on our guy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, I do have a claim to some experience in this field.
Uh-huh, so you say. Wait till my guy gets here, then we'll see. It's no use me singing his praises. You'll have to see for yourselves.
Is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Kun-jun. Young Kun, these are 2 adventurers assigned to us. And as for this gentleman...
Huh?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhongli. I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge and many talents. I had no idea I'd be meeting you in person today.
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Di, aren't you gonna test them?
Huh? I wouldn't know where to start.
Then they can figure out a way to test each other. If Zhongli wins, he's the assistant. If Zhongli loses... never mind. Zhongli won't lose.
A contest? Why, it would be my pleasure.
I admire your enthusiasm, good sir.
I must say, you certainly have the look of an industry expert about you. It'll be interesting to see which one of us wins.
Stop talking the talk and start walking the walk!
I'm just saying it like I see it, which is, incidentally, the only skill I have worth talking about.
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kunjun.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by the side of the road one day when Uncle Dai called me over. He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed me for a while. We arranged to meet here.
Huh? How could you forget something like that?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar with them. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman. In any case, he didn't have any pressing matters and agreed to help me.
So, do you have a poor memory?
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend a hand. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption. If I'm not mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Ah, a keen eye.
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition tells me that there's high-quality crystal ore inside.
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail. Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water. For water to be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now that's a rare treasure.
Such a detailed description. Almost like he saw it with his own 2 eyes. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you? After all, we haven't even seen what's inside yet.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after. Moreover, this particular crystal contains mountain lake water. A rare find indeed.
Well, if Zhongli says so, it must be true.
I've yet to encounter...
I've seen many.
Of course not! Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of expertise is unrivaled in the trade. You won't come across another of his caliber in your lifetime.
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all.
rock gliding be faster? Here we go! Let's play! Here we go! Think you can get away?
Power the Python!
Many happy returns!
Where have you been hiding?
Time for takeoff.
Up to it, Manzai!
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
Whoa, this mine is huge!
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided to enlist help.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
Yes, there were 10 of us. We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore every corner?
Underground, overground. We left no stone unturned. We tried everything short of digging further into the earth itself. How could 4 sturdy young men just vanish into the bedrock?
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like. If you come across any clues, let me know straight away.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something? Let's look around first and see if we can find any clues.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Could never quite seem to get my land legs back. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Could never quite seem to get my land legs back. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
shirts, some trousers.
Huh.
These must be spares.
The 4 of them have been gone for...
There's also a few...
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift. Mining equipment.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct. Improbable. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tools of their trade. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items? Curious.
Why would someone set off with their tools, but leave their luggage behind?
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about their supplies.
Oh.
It's certainly a possibility.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know. Kunjun, what are you...
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Or, what does it have to do with the disappearance?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. Okay.
Looks like he's concentrating really hard. Let's see.
I see.
A child? What's a child doing in a mine?
I'm not sure.
Also, how did you see anything exactly?
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I've never dared to tell anyone before. I can perceive the memories of ore.
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand on a rock and boom, it just happens?
I've always sensed that ore contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention, and the memories come to me.
Amazing! So you can find out everything that ever happened there.
It depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr. Kunjun.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North. Another clue for Uncle Dai. Let's make a note of it.
Yahoo! Wouldn't gliding be faster? Think you can get away?
Sorry, pal.
Eyes on me!
Time for takeoff.
The hunter becomes the
Where have you been
hunted.
hiding?
Brace yourself. Huh?
Yes, I stayed behind. I ended up, maybe...
So the men that were perhaps an act.
Ah,